Hello.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Wulff Den Live, episode 157, the one where you have to guess which one of us saw Bird Box over the weekend.
Oh, I get it. That was your bit.
That was my bit.
That was your bit.
That was me.
I get it.
I saw Bird Box.
I get it. Hello, everybody.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to take this off.
Yeah, please. Hello, Dragon Phoenix. Hello, Spicy Taco. Hello, Meme J. I'm not reading your name. Hello, everybody.
Hello, anyone and everyone who is here.
How's everybody doing? How was everybody's new year?
How's everybody's 2019 going so far?
So I tried my best to make it so that the camera wasn't jittery, because last year it started off jittery. Last year, well, it was last year.
Well, it was last year. Last Wulff Den Live started off jittery because we are using a new camera.
Yes,
we're
doing it again.
We're using a new setup. You know, we're trying out some new things here on Wulff Den Live now at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, we're also an hour
That's the big change. Can guarantee you, we'll still probably yawn a lot in this episode.
God damn it, Will.
I'm a tired man.
Every time Will talks about how tired he is, I want 10 of you to unsubscribe. But instead we get donations.
We do. We get a $9.99 super chat from Brian. Hey guys, big fan of the show. Smiley face emoji. What are your feelings on Animal Crossing for Switch? When do you think it will come out? And do you think Pokemon was moved for Animal Crossing?
Ooh, no.
No.
I think it was slated for late.
I don't think Nintendo really moves titles for other titles.
I mean, they have to.
But not like this.
Not this much, probably.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, we're going to move Pokemon so Animal Crossing can come out. I don't think they did that.
They would move Animal Crossing.
If anything, yeah.
Because that's not... I mean, Animal Crossing is a big deal. It's not that big. It's not as big of a deal as Pokemon.
When do you think it will come out? It's supposed to come out this year, right?
Yes.
It should.
Well, I'm not sure if there's
probably
a hard date on
release
it.
date, but I would say, if anything, it has to come out this year. Because any later, like there'd be no momentum for it. The Switch is hot right now.
It's got to come out. It's got to come out this year.
Yeah.
It has to be this year.
Yeah. The Switch is the perfect console for it.
But yeah, there's no hard date on it.
Yeah.
They were making an Animal Crossing game since before the Switch.
Yeah.
So we're bound to get it.
Yeah.
This year, do you think we're gonna get Metroid this year?
I hope so. It's the whole reason I bought a Switch. That so I can play Sonic Mania on my honeymoon.
I saw Nathaniel Bandy. He's a YouTuber. He tweeted Mario Kart Tour. What's up, Nintendo? Because that's a mobile game that's in development. Where the hell's that? We're supposed to get that, and then we got Animal Crossing instead.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, Fnax 4 raid. Oh God.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Those guys.
That's not how that works. No, you actually can't. People do raid on YouTube.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, let's go right into the topic of the show. Will.
Yeah.
I saw. I saw Spawnwave made a video about this, and I was like, "What?" And a lot of people making articles and such saying they're remaking Sonic Adventure.
Yeah. No. That's
not really what's happening. But here's what happened. Iizuka, what's his full name?
Takashi Iizuka.
Takashi Iizuka says he wouldn't mind remaking Sonic Adventure. That's it. That's the whole.
That's it. All right. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for chatting with us as always. Wulff Den Live is every single.
Sonic team boss Takashi Iizuka has said in a recent interview with Retro Gamer that he wouldn't mind remaking fan favorite Sonic Adventure. He told the magazine that he can now see the rough edges in Sonic's 3D debut and that it would be fun to rework it with modern day hardware. Sonic Adventure made its debut on the Sega Dreamcast. I don't know why they added that little tidbit at the end.
In case you forgot. You just thought it was a Saturn game.
Yeah, yep. I will never forget. 1998?
1998 in Japan, 1999 in America.
And 2001, I will never forget.
Sonic Adventure 2.
Battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the GameCube. It was the first this is a quote from Iizuka. Mm-hmm. It was the first high-speed 3D action game that also featured a scenario highlighted with 6 different stories. The A-Life Chow. I've never heard.
I never heard called that before.
Yeah. 6 unique styles of gameplay. It is a unique game offering even 20 years after it's released. That's also, he's right.
Yep.
At the time, it also wasn't just a solitary software release. It was the title to bring people to the Dreamcast, and we were given the budget to make something to showcase the hardware. However, it was the very first 3D game that we worked on, and looking at it now, I can see the rough edges it has, which really makes me want to remake it again.
I think that's a game that can definitely stand from a remake.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
The problem is, will it be a good remake?
Here's the question, though.
Yes.
Is it going to be like a straight remake, like HD visuals and all that, or are they going to significantly change the gameplay? Because I don't know if you remember, because there's a level from Sonic Adventure in Sonic Generations.
Okay.
And it plays fairly different from the way it played in Sonic Adventure 1 originally. It's more of the Sonic Color style where you're more on a track and you do the quick dash and flip to right.
What level? I'm well versed in Sonic Adventure.
The building level.
I'm actually not well versed in the first Sonic Adventure. I'm well versed in Sonic Adventure 2.
Hold on.
The building level.
You like run down a building. I know the song.
In Sonic Adventure 2.
Sonic Adventure 1.
You run down a building in Sonic Adventure 2. I don't remember in Sonic Adventure 1.
Hold on. Just give me 1 second.
You got it a second. Well, what was part of the quote? In the very beginning, he says it was the first high-speed 3D action game.
Speed Highway from Sonic Adventure 1.
All right, I got to pull that up. That game also features a scenario highlighted with 6 different stories, 6 unique styles of gameplay. It is a unique game offering even 20 years after its release. What is it, Speed Highway?
Speed Highway, yeah. It's one of the later levels. It's like at night, you have to run through like the city. And then the level for Sonic Adventure 2 was City Escape. Because of course it was.
Yeah, of course, City Escape. I don't remember this. I remember this from... Was it this?
Yes.
That's where they got Shadow's level from Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah. Then I know the music like in my head perfectly.
Great music.
Yeah.
Don't touch the music.
Yeah.
Let the music stand on its own. We got a $2 super chat from Meatball the Swamp Monster.
Oh boy.
Thoughts for the remastered Onimusha game coming?
I thought that came out.
That's a thing?
Yeah, they were making the first Onimusha.
Oh yeah, we talked about it on the show, didn't we?
I'm excited for it because that was a really good game. I never finished it on the original PlayStation 2. But Resident Evil 2 is coming out this month, and that's all I care about. But you should get Onimusha, the Onimusha remaster.
It will be out January 15th.
There you go.
So that's very soon.
Yes. So save your $2 and get that instead.
I think that Sonic Adventure... So the first one I don't think is that great. The second one I think is really good.
The second one is holds up substantially better. Yeah. Even though the Sonic levels are like kind of the same, like the same style. Mm-hmm. But Sonic Adventure 2 is like a more polished version.
I feel like they got it in Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah.
They like nailed it. But it was immediately dwarfed by a lot of other games that came out immediately after.
Yeah.
So it was at the exact time that it came out. If you played it right when it came out, like the month, you had like a couple months window. Yeah. It was great. Unfortunately, not a lot of people had Dreamcast. So people didn't play it until it came to the GameCube.
Which, it's like the 7th best-selling game on the GameCube.
Really?
Sonic Adventure 2.
Well, we had it.
Yeah.
And by the time it came out on the GameCube, we were already playing stuff like
Sunshine.
Super Mario Sunshine.
Yeah.
And all those other platformers. So it missed the mark.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Jesus Christ. $30 super chat from Fred. It's 2019, boys. Here's all your super chats for the year in one.
Thanks, man.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
How many is that? What is that, like 50 cents a week, Fred?
Yeah, seriously, bro.
Cheapo? No, I'm kidding. What's everybody's problem here? Is there a problem here?
X Distortion X. Big the Cat was so dumb.
Yeah, well, yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Of those playstyles that hold up, the only ones that really hold up the best are Sonic and Tails.
Yeah, like when Iizuka says 6 different playstyles, like that's not a quality of the game.
Yeah,
that's not a good thing.
Like people say they like the Knuckles levels, But really, they only like make maybe like 2 or 3.
People like Knuckles.
Yeah.
Knuckles is great. The levels that he's in are not good.
The problem is this is especially true in Sonic Adventure 2. They get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you have to keep finding the Master Emerald shards, and it gets harder and harder and harder to the point where, you know, you're spending like half an hour looking for this stupid emerald and just keep beeping and beeping and beeping.
It's also a really bad time for speedrunners because it's random.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem.
And the radar works weird.
Yeah.
With how you pick up the emeralds.
And they changed it between the original release and battle.
Oh,
the way it picks up, yeah.
Oh, we got people joining here.
We got a $1.99 super chat from Brian. A direct January 10th, yes or no?
What day is that? That is a Thursday. Yeah,
Thursday.
maybe. I think we're due for a direct. We're getting a direct in January for sure.
Yeah, definitely?
Definitely.
Okay.
Well, it's not confirmed, but
Yeah.
why not? You know,
Yeah.
we need some info for what's coming this year.
Yeah.
There's only one Mario game that we know of coming out this year, Will.
Yes.
And that's Super Mario U Deluxe.
Yes.
And that comes out on the 11th.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, yeah, so it'll be good
right
time.
around the time when that comes out, or it should be after that comes out. We got to learn a little something about a new Mario game, Will.
But here's the thing. If the game comes out on the 11th, the direct is on the 10th. During the direct, they say, yes, you can get new Super Mario Brothers U for the Switch, and coming later this year, Super Mario Maker for the Switch. Nobody's going to give a hot damn about Mario U on the Switch.
Yeah, no, they shouldn't announce it the day before Mario
Yeah.
U. They should announce it like a week after or 2 weeks after. Also, Chris M. Rodriguez, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, and Jason X12, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, or the Tier 1 sub on Twitch. So yeah, I really want them to give another shot to Sonic Adventure. I mean, I want Sonic Adventure 2. The problem is they have to go through Sonic Adventure 1 to
I
get
feel
Sonic
like they
Adventure
would
2.
definitely do both.
They'd have to do one.
They have to do
first,
one in order to get to 2, yeah.
They have to do one, and if it works out well,
Yeah.
make a 3.
Skip 2 and just go right to 3.
Well, I mean, I would like 3 to be remade. But if it does well, let's make a Sonic Adventure 3 and give it to the fans or the people who made Sonic Mania, which are also fans. Because we need a 3D Sonic game done by people who like the Sonic world.
Yeah.
And though we want Sonic Adventure continued. We want another one of those.
Well,
this was the last good 3D Sonic game.
I would take a Sonic Colors or a Sonic Generations. But then again, Forces was in that vein.
Sonic Colors was not that good.
Sonic Colors is good. You were playing it with the
Not
Wiimote.
that good. Yeah, what am I supposed to be playing it with?
The classic controller. I think you can use a GameCube controller too.
Doesn't it? It has motion controls, doesn't it?
It's not necessary.
Oh, well. I don't think it was that good. Sonic Generations is good. Sonic Adventure, the problem is there's a lot that needs to be fixed for the modern day.
There's no getting around that.
And I mean, like, mechanically. And there's a lot of fan games or like those like sandboxes
Yeah, the
where
big
they
open world ones.
where they make like Green Hill Zone. They all make Green Hill Zone.
Yeah.
And they just run around and it looks really good. And everybody's like, this is what a 3D Sonic game should be. And they all look like they would never work as a whole game.
I don't know if Sonic works in like a big open world. Because like part of the problem with the adventure games is that, you know, you're not locked to the track. You can like stop and like walk around and explore. And Sonic doesn't really work when he's like moving in a, you know, full 360 degree, you know, area. In Generations and Colors and even Forces, he's in a straight line, just gunning it. He's not stopping. He's, you know, the forward momentum. I think that style ultimately works best for Sonic.
When it slows down, it has to be platforming areas where you know, similar like Mario.
Yeah. Well,
but also areas where you can chain moves together.
That's like what Colors and Generations do. Like when it slows down, it shifts to 2D so that you can platform easier.
Right. That's
and then when it goes back to speed, it's back to, you know, over the shoulder camera.
I think most 3D Sonic games, the newer ones, where they fall apart is when the gameplay slows down. It's like Forces was one of them.
Yeah.
you're just running and running and running, and it feels like you don't have control over it at all, and then it just hard stops.
Yeah.
And now you're fighting enemies like it's any other game.
Yeah.
And that's a problem. But I think Sonic Adventure, at least Sonic Adventure 2, had the formula down, I think, pretty much perfectly.
It had it down a lot more than the first one did, definitely.
Yeah. There were the parts where you were going fast, of course. There were parts where you were just homing, attacking on enemies, which was good. There was the grinding, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Like snapping to rails.
Yeah.
That was sick. And there's a lot of platforming elements, like towards the end. I really like the space levels, and I know a lot of people do.
Yeah.
But I like that. You can home towards like these. It was like freaking Mario Galaxy. You home towards these little planets, and you run around that little thing, and then you shoot to another one. Yeah. It was awesome.
We got a $5 super chat from Wyatt21, just giving us $5.
Oh, thanks.
Just like here.
We also got Moose L with $2.
Oh, thank you.
2019 Switch Lite or Switch Pro. I have a whole video on this.
Yeah.
But thank you for your $2. King Cross's Sonic Heroes 2. That wasn't a good game.
Sonic Heroes was a very disappointing game.
Yeah.
Had a very bad level design. Had a great concept. Very bad level design.
We had Sonic Mania, and then we immediately got Sonic Forces.
Yeah. I feel like that was a good strategy executed poorly.
Yeah, well, it's a good strategy, but
give us the retro game and then give us like the next generation Sonic game.
Yeah, that was a fine timing, but the game was so bad.
Yeah.
Like they need to give that to people who know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I can't get inside their head. I don't know what exactly is going wrong, but they just farted that thing out. It wasn't finished. There was a lot of problems with it, and they couldn't have thought that was going to be good when it came out.
I don't know. I mean, I only played it a little bit that one time.
There was a lot that was broken about it. Like it was clearly not the way it was intended. So I don't know what. Like, you can just bring anybody in and be like, just don't do this. Like, make sure the game's finished. How about that?
They used to work a lot with a studio called Dimps. They did all of the Sonic Advance games, Sonic Rush.
You liked those?
Yeah, they worked on I think the Sonic Colors and like the Wii version of Sonic Unleashed. So like they know how to do Sonic games. Mm-hmm. So why not just like have them come in and like help out?
Jackie Donnelly says, "What's that Sonic game with the anime girl in it?" That is Sonic 06.
Yes.
We don't talk about that.
We don't at all. Bad time.
I mean, that studio that you're talking about has to have been involved in. There's a problem. There's a problem in the company.
Yeah.
And
no, obviously
that needs to be eradicated. And it's Sonic Team, and it's the higher ups at SEGA who rush things.
Yeah.
And but they seem to just not care. We need people who care.
Yeah. And we think they care because they'll do things like Generations and Mania and like the Sonic Adventure games.
I don't know how the hell Generations happened.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was
a miracle.
That was a miracle. Yeah, that was a Hail Mary. Mm-hmm. But I'm trying to put this into words. I want a Sonic Mania, but 3D. I don't know if that team. I'm sure that team could do it.
But that team has experience in. They have experience in sprite work.
Yeah, they have experience in 2D. They don't have any experience. I mean, the bonus levels are 3D, and they look really good. But
right.
A whole game like that might be a problem.
Yeah, I didn't really like the bonus levels in those games.
Really?
Yeah.
Never mind then. But yeah, I mean, I could see them making a Sonic game in the vein of like a Sega Saturn 3D.
Maybe. I mean, that was what the bonus levels of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah, the bonus levels. Yeah, that because it was just the Sonic sprite from Sonic R.
Yeah.
I could see that, like them doing a reimagining of somewhere in between a Sega Saturn and a Dreamcast.
Maybe like they can finally release Sonic Extreme, the Saturn game that got canceled. That would be cool.
That would. Well, they'd have to do a lot of stuff. They'd have to fix that up a lot.
Yeah.
Because that was like a fisheye, like a weird looking.
Yeah, because the guy Chris Sen, who was like developing it, said like that was the best way we can get like Sonic's perspective in the game. like for that
You
era.
can't do a fisheye like that anymore because that was 4x3.
Yeah.
Now we're
16 by 9, yeah.
so that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
I think that team could do it with a little bit of help. Well, with a lot of help because they need
Yeah.
a whole team to remake Sonic Adventure. But, you know, they could get a ragtag group like that again.
Yeah.
We just have to dig through the Sonic fan community, see what they've made, and pick the good ones. But it's hard because a lot of these work well in the small vertical slice that these fans make, but they might not work well in a whole game.
Yeah.
Sonic's a very tough thing to translate from 2D to 3D. It's been 20 years. We still haven't figured it out.
Yeah. No, every time we think we figured it out, like they screw it up again.
Yeah. AJ says Sonic Team needs delegation from a team like the one that did Mania. Execution is the least of their problems. Execution is the least of whose problem?
Sonic Team. I say.
Well, I don't know because they put out a half-made.
They
game.
have good ideas in their games. Even Forces has like a good idea behind it. It's just the execution.
Yeah. Well, they have some good ideas and some terrible ideas. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like Sonic Forces wasn't entirely a good idea. It had some good ideas. Yeah. But I mean, somebody like Sonic Team being like, "No, don't do this," but then you have to tell a higher up, "No, don't do this." Like they're not going to listen. I mean, they might listen now that Sonic Mania did so well.
Yeah.
The team that works on Sonic Mania is definitely working on something else now.
Yeah. There's no way they're not. Yeah.
But we're talking about Sonic Adventure, a remake.
Yeah.
I think I want it remade so bad.
Yeah.
Chances are it's not going to be good.
We got a $1.99 British pounds from Chris Clark. Pokemon Ranger opinions and possible Switch game.
I don't even know what that is. I know it's a game.
I
see the cartridge all the time when I worked at GameStop.
I get that confused with Mystery Dungeon. I know what Mystery Dungeon is. Are they?
No.
Okay. I know what Mystery Dungeon is. I don't know what Pokemon Ranger is.
Pokemon Ranger. No, I don't know what Pokemon Ranger is. Mystery Dungeon is the one where you play as the Pokemon, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Ranger is something. Well, I could just read the Wikipedia article.
Yeah.
Pokemon Ranger is an action role-playing video game developed by HAL Laboratories and Creatures Inc., published by the Pokemon Company and distributed by... Okay, what is it?
Pokemon Ranger is a role-playing game which is designed in a format radically different from the traditional Pokemon RPGs. Player controls a Pokemon Ranger in the Fiore region and catches Pokemon temporarily by using a device called a capture styler, which is controlled by the stylus.
Oh.
Storyline of the game is set out in 10 main missions with 3 submissions. Only Pokemon that travel permanently with the player is a minion. If the player chooses the male hero or a Pulse. If the player chooses a female hero, the player must loop the Pokemon with a...
Isn't it just Pulse?
It's Plusle. There's 2 L's. Plusle. So it sounds like it's a Pokemon RPG, but very different from the mainline games.
Yes.
I don't think they would put that on the Switch. I think they just get the mainline games.
Yeah, I just want a freaking main Pokemon game. That's what everybody wants. Everyone wants Pokemon 2019. Yeah. Get out of here with this stuff. Get out of your DS.
All right.
Karate Diamond says Pokemon Ranger is life. It's great.
Okay.
And then Isaac says Pokemon Ranger. It was amazing. Chloric Foil says pluses. But you said there's 2 L's.
There is 2 L's.
Plusle. It's Plusle.
Yeah.
AJ says Bob was right for once. Can I time you out? Ooh, I can time you out.
Oh, no.
I'm not gonna do it. Anybody talking about Sonic here?
No, I think we're all on Pokemon now.
Dom says Sonic's best game is Smash Ultimate. He's really good in Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, he's a lot better.
You were playing the other day, you said, with your friends. Who were you playing as?
I was like alternating back and forth. Like I've been maining as Sheik, but I was like going through Ryu. I did Sonic. I did. Yeah.
Sonic's really good. He won. Ken was his name, and he won a tournament a couple days ago as Sonic.
Nice. Sonic plays a lot better in this game than he did in all the other ones. I'll say that because I hated playing as him in Brawl.
Yeah, he wasn't good in Brawl. He was okay in the Wii U one.
Yeah.
Mr. Kazad says, let's face it, my dudes, they'll probably do something stupid like a Sonic MMORPG with a race royale mode. What is that? I don't know about it.
No, I don't know about that.
But they will probably do something stupid.
Yeah. I mean, Team Sonic R looks pretty good. The racing game? Yeah.
Yes.
Those games are good.
One day, they will get it right.
Yes.
And they will stop making bad games.
Yes.
But who knows? All I know is I want more Sonic Adventure in my life. Those games are really good. Those games are really good.
Yes.
Sonic Adventure 2 is my favorite. And they got a bad rap. Like immediately after they came out, they were trashed. So they just need to fix the camera. The camera's the biggest problem with Sonic Adventure 2 is the freaking camera.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why like the Generations and Colors version like is probably like the best version of 3D Sonic because the camera is like pretty much locked.
All right. Anyway, we'll move on.
Okay.
Well, did you know Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is Amazon's best-selling video game product of 2018?
Damn.
I'm skeptical of this because it was just at the tail end of 2018.
Yeah, it came out like in the last possible month, and it's already the best-selling game on Amazon.
This is according to Reddit, but they have a source.
It's the Amazon front page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is also the only actual game to reach the rank in the past 6 years, as PlayStation gift cards and memberships have been topping the lists. The last video game to outsell all other game-related products on Amazon was Halo 4 in 2012.
Jesus.
Now, here's the reason for that. It's because it goes by SKU, and every other game that you would think would beat that is a multi-platform game. So it's split between platforms.
They probably also have like limited edition, deluxe edition.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's why Halo was it, because that was a single platform.
Right. I got
So, according to this, it was number one best-selling video game product of 2018, even though it came out with 3 weeks left in the freaking year. Number two is a $10 PlayStation gift card, I guess, because that's the cheapest.
Number 3 is a $20 PlayStation gift card.
For the big spenders.
Yeah.
Number 4 is a Nintendo Switch screen protector.
I don't have a screen protector on my Switch, and I exclusively play in portable mode.
I think we have some here.
I think we have that one, actually.
No, it's not here.
All
But
right.
I'm pretty sure that got sent to us like immediately when it came out.
Probably.
I hate screen protectors. And I get yelled at a lot when I film my Switch. People are like, man, put a screen protector on that thing. Why? I'm not a savage.
Yeah, my screen is fine.
Also, I don't care. Like, if there's some catastrophic damage to my Switch, I'll get another Switch.
Yeah.
Like, but the screen is so thick plastic, nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be that distracting. I got little tiny scratches on it. Anyway, number 5 is a 12-month PlayStation membership. Number 6 is a Nintendo Switch.
Red and blue Joy-Con version.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because this is best-selling video game products.
Yeah.
And that's a $300 product right there.
Yeah.
Number 7 is a $50 PlayStation Store gift card. Number 8 is a Switch Pro controller, which makes sense because that's a must-have. Number 9 is a $10 Xbox gift card.
That is the first Microsoft product on this list.
Number 10 is a $25 Xbox gift card. All the way at number 14 is Red Dead Redemption 2.
On PS4. That is the next actual video game.
That's what I would think would be the best-selling video game
Yeah.
on Amazon. But again, this is excluding multi-platform. Or
Right.
it favors single-platform games.
Right.
That's why Mario Party is number 15.
Uh-huh.
And that's the third actual game on this list. And the fourth actual game is Spider-Man. It's number 19.
Yeah.
We got a lot of Switch games on this list. Number 23 is Super Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. 24 is Super Mario Odyssey. 25 is Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. God of War is all the way at number 28. Got anything to say about that?
I'm trying to find the list of the actual best-selling games of 2018.
Oh, like not just on Amazon.
Not just on Amazon. But I found this on IGN. Amazon's best-selling games of 2018, and it's just the games. Mm-hmm. They have Mario Party listed above Red Dead, which is different from the way Amazon has it on their list.
Yes. Wait, yeah, but what is it? Is this...
This is IGN's article on Amazon's best-selling games of 2018. Just the games.
Okay, but according to who? NPD?
Amazon.
According to Amazon.
So this is IGN's list of Amazon's best-selling games according to Amazon.
Oh, that's weird.
They have number 1 Smash Brothers, so that's consistent.
Okay.
Number 2 is Mario Party.
Okay.
Number 3 is Red Dead on PS4. Number 4 is Mario Kart 8. Number 5 is Spider-Man, which is different from what you have.
This is very different, yeah.
6 is Odyssey.
Okay.
7 is God of War.
Also weird.
8 is Breath of the Wild.
Okay, that's okay. These are all close.
Yeah. 9 is Black Ops 4 on PS4. 10 is Let's Go Pikachu.
Not even Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
Correct.
If it was Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, that might be the best-selling game.
Also, they make it a point to note that the 33rd best-selling video game of 2019 per Amazon is Mario Kart Wii.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
How many copies did that sell in order to be the 33rd best-selling game of the year on your website?
True, yeah. How many did it sell this year?
Yeah.
That's a good question. This is why people like GameStop still have Wii sections. I don't know if they do. I just made that up.
They might.
But they would.
100 something million Wii's sold. People still have that.
Yeah.
I have a friend who just turned hers on to play Wii Fit not too long ago, so people are still using it.
Right. We got some super chats here.
We do.
Striker XL with €5. Just dropping in to wish you guys a happy new year. I'll watch the VOD of the stream tomorrow. It's kind of late. 2:30 a.m. in Belgium. It's always late. No matter when we stream, it's late.
Yeah.
We're an hour early.
We can't win.
We also got €5 from Message Retracted. So, who knows?
Yeah.
We also got 2 A's.
2 A's.
From Icy Furry, who says, "Morning, Wulff Daddy."
Me or him. Either way, good morning.
That maybe that should have been retracted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why there's a difference. Did you read the rest of that article? Is there a reason why that?
It doesn't say. I mean, Amazon tracks and makes public its list of best-selling games of the year. While there's still time left in 2018, it's pretty safe to bet that these games will remain in their respective places on the list. Amazon's list of best-selling video games include all the associated products like subscription cards, accessories, and consoles. Stripping those away to list only the game shows how dominant the Nintendo Switch was in 2018. Yeah, it doesn't say why there's a difference. This article was from December 11th. So maybe
that article's from December 11th?
Yeah. So maybe that's why.
And Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is number 1
yeah.
as of December 11th.
And it came out on the 3rd, right?
It came out on the 7th.
Yeah.
On the 7th.
So
that's 3 days. No, 4 days.
4 days.
Math.
Yeah.
4 days, it became the best-selling game on Amazon.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think that this page here, this Amazon page that was posted on Reddit, I think it's marketing.
You think it's all pure marketing?
Yeah, it's Amazon's page of their best-selling games.
Right.
So I think there's some weird marketing algorithm that's behind it that's making it not exactly accurate.
Could be.
Yeah. Or it's possible that list that you have is including digital sales, and this one is not.
Maybe.
Nobody ever includes digital sales.
No.
Amazon might.
But I feel like if they did, we would see it in the... Because they count digital sales as a separate SKU also.
This list definitely counts digital sales separately because the digital codes are separate.
Right, but we didn't see any digital games on that list.
Correct. Oh, so you're saying they might count them as the same? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying they definitely count them differently, but we didn't see any digital games on this list. So that either means that fewer people are buying them and they're further down on the list, or they're not counting them at all.
Yeah, I'm looking now to see if there's anything. What game is like a surefire you're getting this thing digitally? I would say Minecraft, but that's a physical seller.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like everything has a physical version.
Fortnite is free, so that doesn't count.
Yeah.
What's it called? Ark?
Yeah.
Ark is something. Oh, here we go. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch, number 81.
That's the digital code.
Digital code.
Okay.
So this list is counting digital codes separately.
Okay.
So that list, the IGN list, probably counts them together. And that's why they're different.
Probably.
That is my guess. But that's also crazy that the only number 81 is the next digital one, and it's freaking Super Smash Bros. Again. $5 from Renee, PRLX. Am I biased to just feel that boost games just feel soulless and limiting? Adventure games gave me the freedom to play how I thought Sonic would play. A lot of Sonic fans talk about the boost mechanics. God, boost mechanics, blah, blah. Hey,
the boost mechanics are great.
I don't think they're necessary.
They're good replacement for the spin dash because it helps keep your forward momentum going so that you don't like trip up over the enemies.
You like Sonic Rush a lot. And that has the best boost mechanic.
Probably the best implementation of it.
I don't think it needs to be anywhere else but in that game.
No, I think it definitely works in the other games. I think you just have to design the levels around it.
I think the spin dash is totally fine.
The problem with the spin dash is you have to stop to use it.
Well, you're already stopped.
Right.
If you need it, you're already stopped.
Yeah.
And another thing with Sonic is people harp too much on the speed and momentum.
Right.
It's just a platformer
that has a lot of speed and momentum.
When you get into the 3D Sonic, speed becomes a big deal.
Part of the platforming though is like the speed, like avoiding things while you're running fast.
Yeah, and that's why the homing attack works really well. Yeah. But like, see, in Sonic Adventure 2, if you stop or hit a snag, I never even used. You could use the spin dash. What I would do is double tap A and you just do a homing attack.
Yeah.
And that you don't have to stop in order to do that.
Yeah.
You know. So, what I'm saying is no boost mechanics in Sonic Adventure 2. Game's great. A lot of people are talking about the Soldier game.
Soldier game?
The Soldier Boy. This game console.
Yeah.
I don't want to freaking talk about this thing.
He already got like a cease and desist, didn't he?
Yeah, all the stuff's taken down.
Yeah.
That's the end of it. We're done with it.
Screw Attack was like trolling on him like 10 years ago because they knew he was a punk.
Well, what were they trolling on him for?
Because like he like put out a video. It's like, yo man, I'm a real gamer. Look at the gamer chair I got. Hey, I'm a bad mother because I got a gamer chair. I'm a real hardcore gamer.
What is it? What was it? One of those things like, you could put on the floor, the little rocking ones with the speakers.
Yeah, and so like they were making fun of him for it. So he like came back and then was like, yo, I'll kick your ass in every game you got. And so they're like, all right, name your games. He's a Street Fighter expert. He's a Halo expert. He's a Call of Duty expert. What do you got? What do you want to do? And he pussed out on him. Piece of garbage. Yeah. Also, Ice-T hates his guts, so that's all.
Okay, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
That'll do it. Ice-T.
Yeah. What did Ice's direct quote? Soldier Boy's music is garbage, and if the dude don't like it, I'll punch him in the face.
All right, moving on.
Yes.
This is good. This is another Smash Brothers situation going on here. Upcoming Spirit Event in Smash Brothers Ultimate celebrates the NES and Famicom. I didn't know that they did events, but apparently they do.
That makes sense that they would do events.
I haven't played the Spirit mode in a while, and I don't know if I'm ever going to play it again.
Spirits still make no sense to me.
It's
like I get what they're for, but like
it's like an RPG element.
There's too many of them, and it's annoying and dumb.
There are too many of them, and it upgrading them matters like a lot.
I know.
You get little snacks, and you give them the snacks, and it levels them up.
So I'm probably never gonna play World of Light again.
Yeah, I'm probably not either because the online's too good. The online is very good.
Yeah.
Yes. Pick a character, get swole with him and go online.
I was trying to explain to people because they asked if like it has a co-op mode like the Wii version did. I'm like, I don't think you can play World of Light co-op.
No.
So yeah.
No. No. But I mean, you can put teams together.
Yeah.
You can play online on the same console.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Anyway, the themed events for the Spirit Mode and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate continue. There was a themed event before?
I guess.
With Nintendo's official Japanese Smash Twitter account revealing the next Spirit Board event will spotlight classic game characters from the NES and Famicom era. Here's the official announcement tweet. I like this because the translation of this tweet is funny. Spirit event, 3 days from 1/4, which is Fry. The Spirit Board event at Tsuto. The spirit of the NES is held. The spirit that appeared in the NES and the disk system is a large collection. If you win a battle with the spirit of interest, you can get a snack more than usual.
Okay, the Chrome translate for that is very different from...
All right, give me that.
Spirit event in brackets. The Spirit Board event at Atsumare's Famicom Spirits is held for 3 days from January 4th, Friday. The spirit that appeared on NES and disk system gathered. If you win the battle with target spirits, you can get snacks more than usual. Hashtag space smash space SP.
That actually did a much better job.
Yeah.
But the best part still remains. You can get snack more than usual.
Yeah.
And you know me, Will. I love having my snacks more than usual.
Atsumare. That's that word.
I don't know what that word is. And clearly they don't either.
Yeah. Because according to your translate, it's Atsudo.
Yeah. Also, Chrome translated NES or Famicom. No, I'm sorry. This is Bing, actually.
Yeah.
That's what, when you click it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Bing translates Famicom to NES. So props to Bing for that. But that's about all they got right. So,
even though they're technically two different systems, but whatever.
I just liked the translation. That was really... I'm not playing Spirit Mode ever again.
$2 super chat from Jesus Leon Jr. Love you guys. Keep up my entertainment, please.
You got it. We're never stopping.
Yeah, never stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Like that Miley Cyrus song.
Also, Big Gangsta Panda. Thank you for the Twitch sub. All right, immediately moving on.
Yes.
Immediately moving on to the Celeste team was working on a game.
Yeah.
And they canceled it.
Celeste team cancels Skytorn, a Metroidvania years in the making.
I didn't know this was ever a thing.
Me neither.
I'll play the video without audio. Do you want to read a little bit?
Yes.
While I do.
Game designer Noel Berry, a member of the team behind the 2018 hit Celeste, has canceled one of his most anticipated projects. The Metroidvania-style game Skytorn is no longer in development, Berry announced over the weekend. Having worked on the game for several years, we constantly struggled with what the game was. To its core, it was a procedurally generated adventure game without permadeath, but the procedural elements always clashed with the Metroidvania themes, and I didn't know how to design around that.
Dude, this game looks finished, and this is a preview from 2016. Damn. That's upsetting.
A 2016 preview shows Skytorn, which began development in 2012, as a game set in a randomized cave full of monsters and machinery. Think a much darker Celeste if in need of comparison. Beautiful early concept art featured a predominantly female cast of adventurers, and you scroll down, you can see that a little bit down.
Oh yeah.
Barry continues, but we kept working on it, polishing it, adding art and content to what was ultimately a broken core. I thought we could keep working on it and be able to restructure the gameplay as we went, as we really figured it out. But at some point, you have all these systems, and then changing anything at lower levels becomes a lot of work.
Who made Celeste?
It was Member of the team.
It was a weird name. It was like Matt Makes Games or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt Makes Games. That was it. How big is that team?
Well, we got a guy named Matt and a guy named Noah on it.
We got 2.
Yeah.
Is it going to tell us? They made a lot of games. I mean, what was it? Terraria?
I think so.
That did really well.
Yeah.
So their website's awful. Do they have a wiki? No, they don't have a wiki. They have a Giant Bomb page though.
Oh yeah, you need a Giant Bomb page.
You need it. It needs to happen. Count of games published 7. Count of games developed 8. Yeah, there's no. I want to know how big they are. Like how many employees they have.
All right.
They had that game in development for so long. That's during the development of Celeste and probably Terraria also. So that's like kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
And Celeste, we know, is coming out with new levels soon.
I think it's just... All right, here we go. If you go to Celeste's wiki page, it lists everybody individually. So the director was Matt Thornton.
Okay.
Matt Makes Games. The programmer was Noel Berry. Artists: Amora Bentney, Pedro Madrones, and Gabby DiRenzo.
Yeah, but there has to be more than that.
I think that's it.
You know, the companies have more than what's listed as credits, you know, on a wiki page.
I guess, yeah.
But that's still a sizable amount of people.
Yeah. And composer of Lena Raine.
Yeah. She won at the Game Awards.
Yes.
Yeah. Eric says Terraria team killed another big product they were working on. So another one? Or are you saying that about this one?
Yeah. Matt Thornton made Towerfall.
Oh, Towerfall. That's the one.
Yeah.
Terraria is not the game. I was thinking of Towerfall. Towerfall's the one that now has Celeste from the hit game Celeste in it.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Aggressive Handshake says, I'm going to make my own knockoff version called Sells It. Celeste. I can't do this. We're moving on.
Yeah. $2 super chat from Brian. What did you guys get for Christmas? Coal.
What did I get for Christmas? Oh, I got this phone case that I bought myself.
There you go.
I'm a big fan of this phone case. Oh, we have boxes to unboxing.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting. All right. What's next? Pokemon, Will. Pokemon's next.
Next movie is a CGI reimagining of the first one.
Why don't you seem so excited, Will?
You know why.
Didn't you ever love the first game?
The first game?
Movie?
Yeah.
First movie?
Not so much.
What's wrong, Will? What's wrong over there?
You know the answer to that.
I'm going to play this little thing.
All right.
Pokemon Company revealed the next feature film in the franchise as the clock struck midnight on New Year's Day. And it's as strange as fans may have suspected. 2019's Pokemon movie is called Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution, as teased last week. And its debut trailer suggests that it's a computer-generated reimagining of the first ever Pokemon movie. Also, it only suggests.
I mean, I'm watching the trailer now, and they're showing footage from the premiere from '98.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah,
now
the
it says
legend
2019,
is back. Yeah.
and then there it is. Oh, my God. That looks really good.
Yeah, it looks like Mewtwo.
That's who it is.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's it. Just Mewtwo flying around. Oh, and then he sees Mew, and Mew's silhouetted by the moon. You know, Mew, the best Pokemon ever made.
Yeah.
4 or 5 second clip shows Mewtwo. Okay, I just said exactly what it is. Mewtwo, the first movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back. That's the full title.
Yes.
Came to theaters in late 1998. It seems appropriate that the team would want to do something special in celebration of the recent 20th anniversary, but this project is admittedly jarring to look at for anyone used to the 2D visuals of the anime. There's something a little off about this animation style, which appears devoid of the same defining aesthetic of the 21-year-old cartoon series, but will reserve judgment until July 12th when it debuts in Japan.
That looked like the cartoon version, like just in 3D.
You had like 4 seconds of footage.
Yeah.
And you're already saying that it's devoid of what exactly? devoid of the same defining aesthetic of the 21-year-old cartoon series. What does that mean, Will? Devoid of the same defining aesthetic.
A 2D hand-drawn cartoon with like dirt on the cell frame still.
That is defining aesthetic of Pokemon. That's what they just mean it doesn't look like Pokemon. That's what they mean.
Even though it looks like Pokemon.
It looks just like Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's fine. I mean, it's not the anime. What I'm curious to see is what are the people going to look like.
Ash and Brock.
That might be a problem. Mm-hmm. Maybe just Mewtwo is 3D.
That would be weird. That would be weird as hell.
Animes do that weird thing where...
like just one character is in 3D.
Well, I don't know about characters, but certain... like maybe they'll get into a car and the car will all of a sudden be 3D.
Yeah, they used to do that on Futurama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that.
Justice League even, yeah.
So maybe this is just... that'd be weird if this was just a 3D preview.
But
who knows?
I don't know.
It's also weird. It's also not the 28th anniversary. It's the 21st anniversary.
Nobody's perfect.
It's gonna be an interesting year for the Pokemon series. I don't need to read the rest of this.
Mm-hmm.
Now you know we're getting a new Pokemon movie. I don't know if I'm gonna see it.
I'm not.
I don't need to cry again.
Yeah. I'm seeing one Pokemon movie next year.
What, you didn't like the the fan favorite Pokemon, the first movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back?
No.
You didn't like it?
No.
When you were 9?
No, I did not.
No?
I was not into it.
You didn't believe the hype back then?
No.
But we got Mew Pokemon cards.
We did. So it was worth it in the end.
Okay. All right, well, CEO of the game Project Cars, it had a lot of crack and was like, hey, man, we're making a game console.
Oh, God.
This is Slightly Mad Studios.
Slightly Mad.
The CEO of Slightly Mad Studios, maker of Project Cars franchise of simulating racing games, is teasing a new video game console on Twitter called the Mad Box. The device will be designed, built, marketed, and sold by an unannounced business entity, Ian Bell tells Polygon. Doesn't this sound like a joke that is somebody took seriously that shouldn't have taken it seriously?
Yes.
What is the Mad Box? Bell asks in the 6th message sent from an entirely new social media account, prompting a flurry of new followers. It's the most powerful console ever built. It's literally mad. You want 4K? You want VR at 60 frames per second? Nobody said this. But they wanted this. You want a full engine for free to develop your games on? You have it. Okay. Reached for comment, Bell said that the console would be compatible with the cross-platform game engine that Slightly Mad has used in the past. The Madness Engine. Slightly Mad's marketing materials stress that it is especially well suited to virtual reality and vehicle simulations. One curious claim Bell made on Twitter is that the console will deliver virtual reality at 60 frames per second, but that's already common for most consumer-grade TV headsets. Sony, for example, announced in 2016 that it wouldn't certify any game for the PlayStation VR that couldn't meet that threshold. Asked by followers to clarify what he meant by this claim, Bell said the 60 frames per second figure quoted was, quote, per eye.
Okay. So 120 frames per second total. But isn't that what every VR headset does?
Yeah. What do they alternate? Like, what does that mean? If a game's 60 frames per second, it's 60 frames per second.
Right, but if the faster refresh rate per eye means, like, I think it's for the smoothness of the 3D effect.
But they have to be 60. They have to be the same frame rate at the same time.
Yeah.
Unless they're alternating, which would be bizarre.
I think they are.
You think they're alternating?
Think so. I mean, or at least they're interlacing.
That would be... I can't imagine that. That would be so weird. It's not like it turns off, though, you know? Like, that's weird.
I mean, look, I don't pretend to know how it works.
Oh, there's more. 60 frames per second per eye is hyper smooth. 60 frames per second per eye is hyper smooth with planning algorithms, Bell said to Polygon, promising that more information will be made public later in January. Is that it? That's the end of the article.
Yeah.
I have so many questions.
Yeah, we all have questions.
You know, that doesn't make any. This doesn't make sense. I can't wrap my head around it. More research needs to be done.
This is not coming out.
No, I think it's fake.
Yeah, this is not a real thing.
Jalter Abel says, "What VR is 90 frames per second at least?" So 45 per eye.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, this isn't coming out. This is very bizarre for a game developer to be like, you know what? We're making a console. I'm sick of dealing with all these console manufacturers. We're making our own.
Yeah. I mean, why don't you just create your own PC game store? That's what everyone else does.
Actually, yes, that happened. Well, Epic can do whatever they want.
Epic.
They can release a console tomorrow.
Yeah. EA has their own game store. Ubisoft has their own game store.
If you're on PC, it behooves you to have your own like installer and game store because you don't want to pay Steam's rate.
Yeah.
All right, this is the last story that we have.
Okay.
Rumor.
EA working on Frostbite engine support for Nintendo Switch.
Yes. Now the Nintendo Switch is a proven success after being on the market for nearly 2 years. More companies are open to the idea of... Okay. So anyway, basically, it's one of those rumors again.
Yeah.
Where it's a job listing.
A job posting for a software engineer for Electronic Arts. Responsible for creating / maintaining SDKs for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC, which allows game teams to integrate their games within EA environment. Engineered already existing SDKs for Nintendo Switch, allowing game teams to enable publishing games on Switch.
That's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
SDKs I actively work on have been used in Battlefield 5, Anthem, and then that's it.
Picture ends.
So engineered already existing SDKs for Nintendo Switch. So basically, we have this engine. We want to
put it on Switch. Yeah.
So all signs point to Frostbite.
Yeah.
And they name by name Battlefield 5 Anthem,
which run on Frostbite.
I want to play Anthem, and I will play it significantly more.
Yes.
If I can get that thing on Switch. So this is good news for me. Battlefield 5, couldn't care less. Anthem, I'm all about that.
There's only one problem.
Yes.
The Frostbite engine kind of sucks.
How long has that been a thing?
Well, you mean the Frostbite engine in general, or?
Yeah.
I mean, DICE always names their engine the Frostbite engine. This is like version 4.0 or whatever. The problem is, and everybody who works at EA had this mandate, all their games are going to run on the Frostbite engine. All of them. Every single one. Doesn't matter who's making it. And everybody who's used the Frostbite engine will tell you the Frostbite engine is great for making first-person shooters, and that's it. That's why Mass Effect Andromeda had so many problems.
Yes, that was the one I was
because they were trying to reverse engineer a third-person action RPG with driving mechanics in the Frostbite engine, which was next to impossible to do.
There was another game that they just surprise, you got to use the Frostbite. Oh, it was Star Wars.
Yeah. The Respawn one. Not Respawn.
Wasn't 1313, was it?
No, it wasn't 1313. The Amy Hennig one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. What developer was that?
Visceral.
Yeah, the Visceral Star Wars.
That's used the Frostbite engine.
That wasn't 1313?
No. 1313 was before Disney.
Oh. So, yeah, the Visceral Star Wars one, they developed a significant portion of it, and then EA was like, oh, yeah, you got to use the Frostbite engine. So they had to redo everything and retrofit it.
It took them forever to do. Pretty much the only thing they ever did was that one demo where he puts his hand on the door.
And that never happened. So
yeah,
EA's got a lot of problems. But I love Anthem on my Switch.
Yeah.
Probably won't run that great.
Probably not.
But I want to give it a try.
Well, I mean, Frostbite's a PC engine.
True.
So just scale it down to the lowest settings.
So it won't be the Switch's fault that it doesn't run well.
Correct.
It'll be Frostbite's fault that it doesn't run well. There's more here. In 2017, EA's FIFA lead I'm not saying that name, said the team opted with a custom-made engine on the Switch as it didn't want the new FIFA game at the time to run on a lower quality version of the Frostbite engine. That's weird.
Yeah.
He said, quote, "We intentionally chose to do a custom engine because we felt that rather and try and get Frostbite running and end up having to downsize things and make it just a smaller, lower quality version of the PS4 and Xbox One versions, we wanted this to be a FIFA that stands on its own 2 feet." So they knew the problems with the Frostbite engine from the start.
Yeah.
It's possible that they're just doing this to see what they could do in the future with the Frostbite engine.
Maybe.
Because EA's got to start putting stuff on the Switch. They got FIFA.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. Ubisoft is getting stuff on the Switch.
Yeah. Bethesda is getting stuff on the Switch.
Yeah, so EA needs to... Activision's getting stuff on the Switch. They need to... They need an engine that'll make it easier for them to put things on the Switch. Mm-hmm. So they desperately need to fix the Frostbite engine to make it easier to put on the Switch, as this FIFA guy says.
Yeah.
So this makes sense. Does it mean we're going to get Anthem on the Switch? Not necessarily.
No.
It could...
But it opens the door for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be a huge failure. Mm-hmm. Like, it might just not work, or it might be insanely difficult, and they have to wait until the next big game.
Yeah.
But it's good to see that they're trying. Mm-hmm. They're trying to get that Switch support in. And again, I'd be more than happy to play Anthem, especially if it's on the Switch.
Yeah.
AJ says, "What people said it would be impossible." All right, well, do we do the unboxing of the tweet of the week?
Unboxing.
Grim Haynes says, "This is less of a rumor and more of a refresh of news from the summer when Reggie said Frostbite would work on the Switch." Did he say that? Why didn't the article say that?
News to me.
Somebody in the chat, French Toast, says, "What did happen to the SN30 Pro Plus?" That's the 8-bit Duke controller?
With the grips.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it never came out.
Never came out. You know what else didn't come out? The Hyperkin Game Boy.
Yes.
Both of those things. I think they were both around at CES or something. CES is like this weekend, I think.
Yeah.
Or next weekend or something. Yeah, we need to see that stuff. Where the hell is that stuff? Those are awesome things that I want to see. Anyway, what do we do again?
Unboxing.
Unboxing. Okay, let's do that. We got 2 things here.
Okay.
I opened them already because I was looking for the projector.
Okay.
We don't have. We can't zoom.
Yeah. So just use your imagination.
Use your imagination. Here's some Chinese for you. It's probably out of focus, but whatever. I have no idea what this is.
It looks fancy. It's got a penguin on it.
It's got the Linux penguin on it. It's clockworkpie.com. Oh, is this the guys who sent us the other thing?
Is it?
Oh!
What is it?
Game Shell, redefinable portable game console. Very interesting. This is a really cool box. Oh, okay. It's basically a make your own Game Boy is what this is.
Oh, now I'm interested.
Look at that schematic there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is a lot of work. Look at that.
Yeah, I imagine this is not going to be easy.
No. A highly hackable open source equipment. Here's the shell.
God, you got to put the screen together. And then the main board.
This is gonna be a project. This is good though because I wanted to make a video on that. We got the BitBoy a few weeks back.
Yeah.
I want to make a video on that because that thing is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm a bit. Oh, you haven't even played it yet, right?
I saw it when we first got it.
Yeah, but I didn't put games on it.
Yeah.
You got to play a game on it.
Okay.
I loaded that thing up. So yeah, this is just you just make your own freaking Game Boy.
Interesting.
Hopefully, I don't have to Hopefully, this is all inclusive.
Micro HDMI output, micro USB and charge port, and 3.5 millimeter headphone jack.
This is awesome. I'm not going to take everything out because there's a lot of parts here. But hopefully I can play with it because this seems like it would take a lot of time out of my life.
Yeah.
But I do want to try it. Thank you, whoever sent this. Game Shell or Clockwork Pie, whoever you are. Appreciate it. I believe this is different people than that other.
I think so.
All right, next thing is from Netgear, Will. Our buddies
at
Netgear, they saw the little LAN adapter video, and they said, Bob, you are 100% right about everything that you said about the internet. So, you are king of the internet. Direct word from Netgear.
I believe it.
And they sent us the best router in the world. They must have heard me say that the Google router is the best router because it's so easy to use or whatever. And then they're like, nah. Here you go. Here's the Nighthawk. This thing's like
XR500 gaming router.
This thing's twice the price of the Google Wi-Fi.
It looks like something Batman would fly in.
Yes. So we bought the Google Wi-Fi router for when we had a temporary office space.
Yeah.
Now it's set up here. Mm-hmm. However, I think I'm going to give it to our parents for their little home away from home.
Yeah.
And this has to be the router here. But this is insanely overkill.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to set this up and give it a try.
But
one day when we have the Wulff Den LLC conglomerate.
Yes, and Wulff Den Towers.
This will be this will power the whole skyscraper.
Yeah. Pro gaming features. Let me set this down.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
It's heavy.
Gaming dashboard, customizable view of real-time bandwidth utilization by device, ping, etc. Geofilter control your...
Oh, wait.
Geofilter, sorry.
Go back.
Yes.
What about the ping?
Gaming dashboard, customizable view of the real-time bandwidth utilization by device, ping, etc.
So does that mean I could tell the ping of my Nintendo Switch?
I guess so.
Oh, we're going to do some tests. That's a big deal.
Geofilter, control your lag by limiting distance to game servers or other players.
Okay.
Quality of service, proprietize gaming devices and allocate bandwidth by device. Gaming VPN client support, protect your network identity and prevent DDoS attacks. It's got a built-in VPN. Damn.
We need that.
Network monitor, check bandwidth hogging devices and identify what causes lag. Nighthawk features, ready share USB, share your USB hard drive to connected devices. That's cool. So you can plug in a USB drive and share files over your network.
It's a little home media center.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Ready share Vault, free software for automatic PC backup to a USB hard drive connected to the router. Quad stream, up to 4 data streams per Wi-Fi band, maximizes connection speed.
I'm checked out.
Yeah.
That thing's going to stand well.
I don't know what the rest of this means. It's got VPN support, beam forming, boost speeds, reliability. Mew Mimo.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah, go up to 3x faster by simultaneously streaming to devices.
Tommy Rojas says Wi-Fi for all of Long Island. AJ says Bob's going to be lag switching confirmed. Do you know what lag switching is?
No.
That's when you cheat in a game and you purposely give yourself lag to give you the advantage in the game. So you like unplug and plug back in the cable really quickly.
Yo, those
and it
people,
makes you lag.
Those people should be permabanned.
I know.
Interesting.
Fun fact, we learned if you drop out of a game in Smash Brothers, like if you lose connection, both of you get reprimanded for it.
Really?
So the other person, like if somebody just disconnects while you're playing them, you get reprimanded for it.
Wow.
So guess what? People be rage quitting all the time. So yeah, this is cool. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, thank you.
I originally was like, what the hell am I going to do with this thing? But we're going to give it a shot.
Yeah.
It's going to be we got a lot of projects here. That's it for the friggin' unboxings.
Right.
Tommy also says, Bob, what's the password? I can see your network from Texas. I like how Apple devices do that thing where, like, if it knows your device, it will, like, if you come over and there's a new network and you try to go onto it, my phone will be like, oh, Will wants the password.
Yeah.
That's cool. It doesn't work half the time, though.
Yeah, I've never been able to get that to work personally. My friends can get it to work. I can't for some reason.
You have an iPhone 6.
It still works.
I'll blame it on your old iPhone.
Okay.
That's it for the unboxing. Let's do the tweet of the week.
Tweet of the week. Tweet of the week. Tweet of the week.
This is a first ever for the show, Will.
Oh boy.
It's a tie. Usually you pick one. Usually I pick one and then you're like, nah, but I like this one too.
Yeah.
This one I couldn't decide between two of them.
Okay.
So one of them is from Shen. Mm-hmm. You know, the comic book guy.
Yeah.
He says, cool of them to let Hideo Kojima name this one. And it says, mark your calendars, a rare Super Blood Wolf Moon is coming in January 2019.
That's also the name of our metal album.
Yes. Rare Super Blood Wolf Moon.
Yeah.
But then also was this one. You're going to need to help me out with this.
Okay.
Normal 70s bands. Oh, yeah. Tonight, Woman. Mm-hmm. Rush. That's all you will.
I got to get my Geddy Lee voice.
Waiting on you, Will.
Be wary of the wizard. He'll shrink your fingers if you insult him.
10-minute bass solo. Spot on, Will.
Thank you.
That was perfect.
Thank you. Neil Peart goes in.
Yeah. No, it's groove and then just off the wall.
And then Alex Lifeson, who everybody forgets, but he's the only original member of the band, finishes out for the next hour and a half with a guitar solo.
All right, now we're talking to you guys.
I'm going to like that one.
Now we're talking to you guys.
Yes, as always, you reach us on Twitter using the hashtag Wulff Den Live. If you left a comment on last week's Wulff Den Live, this is the part of the show where we will finally answer your questions. And as always, if you're watching us at this very moment, start leaving your questions. We would get to them. We were done with everybody else on this damn show.
I'm on the hashtag.
Yeah.
When was last week?
7 days ago.
It was the 26th. Okay.
All right, well, you figure that out. We got $2 from Brian. Rush is legit my favorite band. Everybody likes Rush, except my wife. But that's something we got to work on.
I don't know if we want to do this, but Samoan Steak says, since Bob sucks at Nintendo trivia, let's see how Will does in Star Wars trivia.
Well, you can do it.
HQ buff. Oh, this was HQ trivia.
Yeah.
They did Star Wars, apparently.
Yes.
Oh, there's a lot of questions.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
Let's see how many we can get through.
Okay.
What are the first words to appear in the first Star Wars film ever made? Oh, this is easy.
A long time ago.
Yeah. Are you on the website?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. What classic Star Wars character is known for shouting, "It's a trap"? Akbar.
Yes.
Which famous in the famous trash compactor scene, who gets attacked by the monster? Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, these are easy.
Yeah. The Tyen's TIE Fighter stands for what kind of engine? Twin ion. Fun fact.
Oh my god.
It stands for twin ion engine retroactively. Originally, it was called TIE Fighters because they looked like bow ties. They didn't have names in the original movies. They just named the ships after what they looked like.
That makes a lot more sense. These are going to get harder.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Which of these characters is an organic life form? Chopper, Dudbolt, and the Great Heap.
I'm going to guess the Great Heap because Chopper is the droid from Rebels. And I'm guessing Dudbolt is another droid.
Trick question. It's Dudbolt.
Oh.
So you got one wrong.
All right, that's one wrong.
Which of these lines is spoken in The Empire Strikes Back?
I am your father.
All right. It's just all different variations of I am your father. What an asshole who wrote this.
Yeah.
Where did Star Wars fans first encounter Saw Gerrera?
Clone
I know
Wars.
this.
Clone Wars.
Okay, I don't know this. I thought it was Rogue One.
No, it's Clone Wars.
In the prequels, what is unique about Mace Windu's lightsaber?
Color. It's purple.
In The Last Jedi, a new actor officially took over which role?
R2-D2.
Yep. Who has not performed the Star Wars? Who has not performed in the Star Wars universe? Lin-Manuel Miranda made a song.
He did the Cantina song for Episode 7.
There's also Ed Asner. I don't know who that is. And
Ed
Danny
Asner.
Elfman.
Remember the Spider-Man cartoon from the 90s?
Yes.
Ed Asner was J. Jonah Jameson.
Oh.
He's also the old man from Up.
Well, I know Danny Elfman's a famous guy.
Danny Elfman's a famous composer, but I don't think I'm gonna say Danny Elfman because I do not think he ever did a Star Wars song.
You are correct.
Yes.
In which of these Star Wars media did the name Palpatine first appear? Comic, novel, or video game? Video game.
No, definitely not a video game.
I'm going to say novel.
I'm going to say novel too.
Correct.
Yes.
Coincidentally or not, by the way, I said novel because the video games were usually based on novels.
Yeah.
Coincidentally or not, what name appears in one of George Lucas's high school yearbooks? Antilles, Solo, or Vader?
I'm going to say Antilles.
I'm also going to say Antilles, and we are wrong. It's Vader.
Really?
Yeah, that is weird.
All right, so that's 2.
Which was one? By the way, I got 2 wrong with Nintendo, so you suck at Star Wars.
Yeah, I guess so.
According to Simone's thing. Which was one of Kenner's original 12 action figures first sold in 1978? Grand Moff Tarkin, Greedo, or Tusken Raider?
I'm going to say Greedo.
Greedo.
Yeah.
Tusken Raider.
Really?
Yep. So
But there's a Greedo figure from that era.
apparently it wasn't the original 12.
I'm going to look that up.
Oh, it is Tusken Raider. It is. I know now. It's Tusken Raider. Also, there's more questions here than there were for the Nintendo one.
Oh, yeah, I guess there is Tusken Raider.
Which of these words is not spoken in any of the classic trilogy films? Ewoks, Tatooine, or X-Wing?
It's Ewok.
Yeah, you are correct. This is the last one. Which is the name of the first song heard in the Mos Eisley's Cantina? You know this.
Laptinek.
No.
Mad About Me?
It's either Dune Sea Special,
I just hit
Lapti
correct.
Nek, or
It's Mad About Me.
Mad About Me.
What? Laptinek is a song. Oh, tell me that's the song from Jedi that the Max Rebo band plays.
I thought it was a much weirder name than all of these.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of the one from Jedi.
Yeah.
Do you know what type of music they play?
They're a jizz band.
They're a jizz band.
They're a jizz band.
Correct. Jizz.
Yeah, they're jizz whalers.
I know a couple of those.
Yeah.
Chris Holtz with the $2. Hey, Snackalicious father figures. Love you guys. I don't know what I created Monster.
You did.
Brian also with $2. Hey, Rush is legit my fave band. Well, how did Will do?
I answered him before.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
All right, now we're back on the hashtag.
Yes.
Bearded Savage. I'm going to call it Bob's own tweet is going to be tweet of the week. This was the tweet.
Yeah.
It got a lot of traction. Don't drink and drive. If you're thinking about drinking and driving, just call me up. Wherever I am, no matter what I'm doing, I will drop everything and I will come over to murder you with my bare hands for even thinking about it. And one of my friends favorited the tweet who got arrested for drinking and driving.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, man. You got to tell me that off stream.
Gabriel says, did you hear Soulja Boy was forced to pull his knockoff consoles off the market? Yes! King Monahai. Hi, guys. Could you name an underrated feature in video games that you appreciate? For example, I appreciate the game that let me pause in the middle of a cutscene.
Yes, that. And I'm always afraid. I know most games do that now, but I'm so conditioned by games of the past that, like, if you hit start during a cutscene, it skips it.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm always afraid to hit pause during a cutscene.
I've seen... No, usually it says skip in the bottom right corner or something. Yeah.
Like, nowadays, if like you hit a button, it'll show, like, the button to skip it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
We were talking about on stream yesterday, we appreciate multiple save slots.
Yeah.
We were talking about how Pokemon Let's Go, it doesn't have autosave because it's a Pokemon game, it plays like a Pokemon game. But a lot of people are playing this Pokemon game for it's the first Pokemon game in a long time.
Yeah.
Today's games have autosave.
Yeah.
So there was like a tweet that was going around that was like, dude, I played Pokemon for 7 hours. No one told me it didn't have autosave. So now he lost everything.
Oh, man.
So I guess that, I mean, I'm sure I could think of something better than that, but that's something that I like. I'm also a big fan of UI in video games.
Yes, you are.
You have to lead me, treat me like an idiot.
Yeah.
Lead me to where I want to be with the least amount of clicks possible. Q73 Power, I went to my grandparents' Christmas week, and they have no cell service or internet at all. I have a lot of YouTube to catch up on. I got 4 hours of Wulff Den Live today, last week's and this week's. I love that you moved the time. Thank you, Q73.
Thank you. I love it too.
Thank you. I have yet to love it because we're in it.
Yeah.
Christopher Koval. I demand story time. How'd your channel get started? Whose idea was it? Who came up with the name? Is it pee break time yet? He's referring to me having to pee every time we stream.
Nah. We stream for a long time, so it makes sense.
I stream for 3 hours. I usually take a pee break in the middle. 3 hours is not that long, but I drink a lot of water when I stream.
I think we both came up with the idea for the channel at the same time.
This is what happened. I told you should make a YouTube channel.
Okay. And I said yes, but
you took a couple weeks.
Oh yeah, because I'm lazy.
Yes. And then you said, hey, I want to do that YouTube channel, but you should do it with me. That's what you said.
Yes.
And then I said, okay.
Yeah.
And that's what.
And here we are.
So it was originally just going to be your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But that's why you were the first video.
Yes.
But then you roped me into it, and everybody knows if you rope me into something, you can't stop me.
Yeah, you
I'm
really
all
can't.
over that. I'm taking it over.
Yeah. I think I came up with the name.
We did this thing that I learned in college.
Yeah.
I think you came up with the name.
Ultimately, yeah, but like we were like.
But then we workshopped names. Like
Yeah.
I wrote a bunch of names down. We wrote a bunch of words that we associated with the channel and ourselves and stuff, and moved them around and stuff. And the only ones that I liked were Wulff Den and Taco Night. Remember that? I really wanted Taco Night.
I don't remember Taco Night. I don't remember Taco Night.
Here's a free one for you.
However,
you want to start a YouTube channel?
No, we're gonna do Taco Night.
I liked that.
Yeah,
because I didn't want it to be our name, but our name is.
Yeah, our name is awesome.
Yeah. So it's fine. That's how that happened.
Also, he really wants me to play Celeste. I will. I downloaded it on my Xbox.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So you can play.
So I can play. Yeah.
Matt says, "Hey Bob, did you know that
Super Mario Brothers 2 is actually a Japanese game named Sonic Never Had a Good Screw You
banned?" Pancho Rubio. Rocket League on Switch tells you your ping. That's good to know.
Yeah.
But now this baby over here will.
Yeah.
Meme Queen. Thoughts on Detective Pikachu? I'm excited. Just me. I'm going to see it.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
I think it's got potential to be the first good video game movie.
My wife and I went to see Aquaman in theaters, which was good. And there was a trailer for Detective Pikachu, and I leaned over and I go, "You're coming to see that." And you know what I'm going to say? She's like, "He's really cute."
Oh, good.
So, yeah.
She's into it.
Yeah.
Leonardo.
Yes.
Says, if you had the chance to do a remake on a game or movie, what would it be? This was 5 minutes ago.
Oh, getting it under wire.
So, Sonic Adventure. P.S. I wish you guys made a studio tour or something like that. You don't want us to tour the studio.
Yeah, not this.
No.
I was thinking about doing one with like where I film, but like my basement is half finished. What you're seeing is the finished part.
So, I made a video about like all this.
Yeah.
And you can see that on our channel. But the rest, you don't want to see that. Mm-mm. One day, when we have like a space.
Yeah.
And then maybe, but
yeah, because really we set up what you see on camera is set up to be on camera.
Yeah,
everything behind it is like a mess.
Yeah, you don't want to see it. Yeah. This is the slice of our lives that we allow you to see.
Yeah,
you don't want to see the mess that's behind it.
Yeah.
All right, now last week's Wulff Den
Live.
A lot of people were very mad at us, or me specifically, for saying that God of War wasn't that good.
Yeah,
it was good. But Game of the Year, questionable.
Yeah.
Richard Lamphere says, really? God of War is overhyped? You're just plain dumb.
Well, he's got you there. You are dumb.
Huh?
Yeah.
Sean Diggs, sucking Sonic games off and Mario Maker, but trashing God of War? FOH.
Yeah, he's nailed this.
I'll say it again.
He's got us.
I'll say it again. Mario Maker was Game of the Year of 2015, and I had a really hard time picking it over Metal Gear Solid 5. Okay?
Yes.
I put Metal Gear Solid 5 on the same tier as God of War.
Yeah.
Right? And that was almost my Game of the Year of 2015, but Mario Maker took it because Metal Gear Solid 5 was unfinished.
Right.
Mario Maker is an amazing game. So you shut up. El Chinko, 6 dos. That's Spanish.
Yes.
Don't you dare mention God of War for Game of the Year, but definitely go and buy any new Bomberman game. I guess he's being sarcastic.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll allow that.
Yeah.
I'll allow you giving me that sass because
Yeah.
I deserve that. Randstand, new cam looks good. Thanks,
Thank you.
man. It looks significantly worse today because we're using a different lens.
Yeah.
That sucks. Sam Palmer says, Have you ever replayed the Tomb Raider 2013 reboot series? If so, what are your thoughts? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I haven't played Shadow yet, but I really love those games. I think they're excellent.
I played the first reboot.
Yeah.
I think I beat it. What happens at the end? Spoil it for me.
She defeats the big Japanese sorceress wizard, and then they get on the boat and they leave the island.
I think I beat it. I know I played it,
Yeah.
but I think I beat it.
I wanted to go back and replay the second one, but I didn't get a chance to. But now I have to play Shadow.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. That was around the time when I was getting burnt out by AAA games. And I'm
Yeah.
still kind of feeling that burn. Like, how many years later? 5 years later. Daniel Tapia. New camera is real crisp. Thanks, man. Zack Snyder will always yawns at some point, and Bob talks about Pokemon every
It's tradition
episode.
at this point. Just like how I get mad every time you make a superhero movie, Zack Snyder. I'm assuming you are the Zack Snyder.
That's right. James Ryan, Bob wants innovation in video games. Also, Bob is only interested in 2D side-scrolling platformers, i.e. Celeste, The Messenger, etc.
Yeah, like he knows you like to a T.
Those are innovative platformers. Can you give me a break?
No, we can't, Bob.
What's an innovative? That's the thing. That's what I'm saying is that what's the most innovative game of 2018? Is it God of War? Because I don't think it was.
It's innovative for the series, not for games as a whole.
Absolutely. Yes, but not for games as a whole. It has a lot of really good elements from a lot of other games.
Yeah.
And puts it all together to make a really good game. Mm-hmm. That's what God of War is. I just think there was not a lot of innovation in 2018 as a whole.
Right.
And that's why God of War is Game of the Year. Okay, is that okay? Is that fair with everybody? Is everybody in agreement that that's why God of War is Game of the Year? Or did it really knock your goddamn socks off?
Your God of War damn socks off.
All right, now we're in the chat.
All right.
Damien says Bob, and now I lost it.
Do you think the next Sonic game should be online? No.
No. Unless they do the Sonic Adventure 2 battle with the Sonic levels.
Oh,
is great.
yeah. Doing that online could be a thing.
Yes, I'd be fine with that. Jason Bourne says Intel 8700K or AMD 2600X.
Well, obviously, whatever goes best with my Radeon GT something or other graphics card, right? Did I say the right letters?
Almost. How about? Is this what he said? Where was it?
Intel
8700. How about an Intel 9700K? All right, buddy. How about that one?
Yeah.
Didn't see that coming from a console gamer, did you? This is going to be in my computer soon. So
Kevin Duggan, Run DMC is the best SSX tricky character.
is he an SSX tricky character?
Well, that's where they got the name from.
Unknown 00321. What was your guys' favorite movie of 2018? Also, did you know Super Mario Bros. Was actually Should I answer him anymore?
My favorite movie of 2018 was Mission Impossible Fallout.
Mine would probably just have to be Avengers.
Yeah.
I don't think I could top that. Spider-Man was 2017, right?
Spider-Man Homecoming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of movies this year. Annihilation was really good.
I really want to see that.
You gotta see that. It's really good.
I know.
It's really good.
I want to see it.
It's a little spooky.
I'm okay with spooky.
It's not really it's not really spooky.
Yeah.
It's just like
It's got horror elements, right?
yeah. But it's like freaky.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm okay with that.
There's a word for that that I'm missing.
I really liked Mission Impossible Fallout. I think it was the best movie of the year.
I have to watch all of the Mission Impossible.
For this one, you really only have to watch 5.
But then for 5, do I have to watch
No.
4?
No. That's the best thing about the Mission Impossible movies is that they don't really... This is the first one that actually continues the story from the previous one.
I kind of want to watch all
You
of them.
really should, because they're all incredible. Even 2 don't at me. So
I remember the trailers for 2 when it came out. And I
Yeah.
was like, I want to see this movie.
yeah. Well, I have them all if you ever want to borrow them.
I have so many movies I got to watch. Because I also have to watch Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Chris Holtz. Bob, have you seen Into the Spider-Verse? No, I have not.
Yeah, you didn't see
Will
Aquaman.
saw it and he said it was great.
You didn't see Aquaman either, did you?
I didn't see
Yeah.
Aquaman. I also
saw
want
it.
to watch Justice League.
Yeah.
I said a few weeks ago, I'm going to watch Justice League while I draw the thumbnail. And guess who didn't do that?
Yeah.
Alec Castro says, I like to think 2018 never happened. I had a great 2018.
My 2018 was fine. It was perfectly fine.
All I did was work.
Yeah.
And you know what? I had a great time. Tony's on our, just whatever your name is, highly recommend Into the Spider-Verse. Not hyping it. It's a good time.
It really is.
Everybody's saying it's not overhyped.
It's not.
Zachary says, Bob, how are you guys related? He's my dad.
Yes.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a must-buy, says Kevin
Yeah.
Duggan. He's my brother. We're brothers.
Yeah.
That's
That's the real thing. Miguel Perez, you guys rock your live shows. By the way, your show replaced IGN for me.
Damn. Tell them that.
Yeah. And have us become their Long Island satellite. Because I don't feel like moving to California.
Yeah. Well, they have an office in New York. I think it's just
Do they?
marketing, though. Yeah, they have an office in New York. Realistically, we got to be Rooster Teeth's New York arm.
Yeah.
That's what we got to be.
Yeah. So everybody go to Rooster Teeth.
Yeah. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Because everybody that's their thing. They grab these small YouTube channels, not small, but like relatively small YouTube channels, and then the viewers of that YouTube channel end up watching the main Rooster Teeth account. Because that's what happened to me with an unnamed Rooster Teeth account that I used to watch. Anyway, where was he? Jason Bourne over here being stupid in the chat. 9,700K or 2,600K, I'm asking because the price is about 40 more for Intel. It's on sale. I bought this like 3 weeks ago. I bought this on Cyber Monday and I saw it.
Yeah, I was going to say.
This is a 9,700K. And I had to be very specific because I'm making a Mac with it.
Yeah.
So
You have to get like the right kind of everything.
yeah, if I don't know if 2,600K is on the Tony Mac x86 board for approved Intel devices to be Hackintoshed. I didn't look. And also, I don't know. I got to edit with this thing and see if it's even any good.
Jackie Donnelly, just want to say hi because it's been a while. Hope life has been good for you both.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you? I knew it was you.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're modded. Of course it's you. Hello. Everything's great.
Gargoyle Pinball, got the kids a Switch for Xmas. Find myself staying up super late playing Mario vs. Rabbids every night.
Why? Play a different game. You're playing that with kids?
I guess he hates his kids.
Mario Party. Mario Kart. I don't know why I said Mario
Yeah,
Party
why did you
first.
say Mario Party?
Mario Kart. Mario Tennis. Any other Mario game. All the NES games. Your kids will love those.
Yeah. Unknown 00321. Will, what do you think of the change-ups on SmackDown and Raw? Also, Becky Lynch calling out John Cena. This is a wrestling thing, so you give me 2 minutes.
Right.
I think it's good that they're acknowledging that the product has been terrible these past few months. I just don't know if they're going about it the right way. I don't necessarily think putting the McMahons back on television is what we want. They say like no more of the same old matches, but we're still getting the same old matches every week. And lastly, anything Becky Lynch does is newsworthy, and I want to be her when I grow up.
That's the man, right?
Yeah, that's the man.
Jason Bourne, thanks for the $5.
Becky. One more thing about Becky Lynch, and then I'll move on.
Go for it.
She is already my 3rd favorite wrestler of all time now. behind Stone Cold and Bret Hart.
Didn't she get like really messed up?
She got wrecked and she kept going.
I just saw all those pictures of her bloodied up.
Yeah, because like she like invaded Raw with the rest of the SmackDown team. She put Ronda Rousey in an armbar backstage. And she's like, "That's what you get. Everybody's tough until the man comes around." And then she walks out to the ring, and like everybody, like the SmackDown Women's Division, like rushes the ring and beats everybody up. Nia Jax, for real, stiff punches her in the face. Whether it was a mistake or not, probably was, because she's not a good wrestler. Gives her a concussion and a broken nose, and then Becky Lynch backs up and finishes everything.
Oh my God.
And
there's blood everywhere.
The thing is, the WWE, like, they don't have the wrestlers bleed anymore, like, at all. And a woman, never.
Yeah.
Like, if this was like a year ago, they would have like carted her off stage and hit her like somewhere. Becky Lynch is like, "Nah, I'm the man. I'm gonna keep going." And then she's standing there like, "That's what you get."
That wasn't televised, right?
Oh, it was.
Oh, because I only ever saw just pictures like.
Well, because it was televised, and then because they upload everything to the YouTube channel, when they did that, they put it in black and white because there was so much blood.
Oh my God. Anyway, Damian Burns. Bob, can you please name 2 reasons why the next Sonic game should not be online?
What do you mean by online?
Yeah,
like,
I don't understand.
Like
Are you
multiplayer?
the one who said MMO? Because that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't think they should do a Sonic MMO. Like, leaderboards is one thing, online multiplayer is another thing, but like to do like what other games do, always online type of game, that will not work for Sonic.
When has Sonic had good multiplayer? Tails doesn't count.
Yeah, good enough multiplayer to warrant like a big online community like that.
Yeah. Like that, I don't associate Sonic with multiplayer. Sonic is a single player game.
Yeah,
but Sonic Adventure 2 Battle
had a good multiplayer.
The Sonic racing.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's all Sonic's multiplayer has always just been time attacks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't associate with multiplayer. $5 from Tony's on our. I gotta say this name. Tony's son Art Anim says, honestly, wouldn't have known about the pros and cons of third-party Switch peripherals without you guys. New favorite channel. Cheers. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I promise I will stop talking about how third-party docks are destroying Nintendo Switches because people are mad at me for harping on that too long. Beating that horse. I'm gonna just say 1 or 2 more, and then we're gonna skedaddle.
I had one. Where to go?
Steven says, "Hey, I'm a New Yorker as well, and I'm wondering what part you guys are from. I'm from Long Island. We are from the geographic center of Long Island.
Yes,
on the Nassau County side.
Yeah,
and that's all you get.
That's all you get."
Grimhane Bob, is PlayStation Now worth picking up if you never played PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 games and just now got a PS4? I'm going to say no. But I only know PlayStation Now from when it first came out.
There are a lot of PS3 games on PlayStation Now. Mm-hmm. Like most of the library is. I guess you'd have to weigh how much you're going to play them.
Yeah.
Also, so you can't download them to your PS4. You have to play them over the cloud.
Yeah, like what exactly do you want to play? Because I feel like a lot of the games that you would want to play, like The Last of Us, maybe some of the Arkham games.
Yeah. Those have like PS4 remakes.
Yeah, and you're better off playing the remake.
Yeah.
So it depends on what you're going to play. Mm-hmm. If you're going to play a whole bunch of PS3 games, then then sure. Mm-hmm. But I feel like it's just not going to play. Like I personally wouldn't be playing that much.
Yeah. R. Dilly, hey, Will, why did my left leg fall asleep just now? You were probably sitting on it. Either that or you might have to go to the doctor.
You go to the hospital right now and tell them that. Tristan says, I'm warning, are you two brothers? Because you two look similar. We
are imperfect clones.
Yes. I got all the good genes.
Yeah. I got all the flawed, recessive genes. The only reason I exist is so that they can create you.
Thank you very much.
This is what happens. Like, you can't do that to me. You can't start on a Liquid Snake rant and not expect me to finish it in character.
You think that wasn't perfectly planned by me?
You enjoy all the acting. That's why.
Yes. This is the last one I'm reading, Mr. Kazad.
All right.
Guys, have Ubisoft died? I haven't seen a trailer for a new Assassin's Creed game in over 4 months.
Wait for summer. It'll be Assassin's Creed something or other. It'll take place in not Japan, because it'll never take place in Japan.
Odyssey is the second one of the trilogy.
Yes.
First was Origins.
Yes, and then Odyssey.
The next one is supposed to be some sort of Asian thing.
Is it? Because they've been teasing like Asia since Assassin's Creed 1.
Well, because in Assassin's Creed Origins there were some hieroglyphics that that pointed towards, like, the first one's in Egypt, the second one's in, where the hell's the second one? Greece, and that was like one of the hieroglyphics, and the third one showed something like Asian. I don't remember what it is, but that's all signs are pointing to something Asian, either Chinese or Japanese or something.
We got $5 super chat from my best friend LKM Cherokee coming in under the wire. Hey Will, what are your thoughts on Justice League Odyssey 4, Flash 61, and Detective Comics 995? Detective Comics is very good. I hope the death that happened in it isn't permanent. I hope they get out of that really soon. I could not get into Justice League Odyssey like at all, so skip that until they get a better creative team. And Flash was fine. I couldn't remember anything that happened in the last issue, and I'm probably not going to remember anything from this issue. So that's what I got to say on that.
Unknown 00321 says, Bob, can you wear Will's hat and glasses for a sec? No. Thank you guys for hanging out.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for chatting with us as always. Wulff Den Live is every single Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on youtube.com/WulffDen. I'm surprised I remembered to say 8. If you can't make the show for any reason at all, we always put it up as an archive version on Thursday for you to watch on demand whenever you want. If you prefer to listen to us rather than watch us, you can do so as well. We are also an audio podcast on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher. If you listen to us on any of those platforms, please, I am begging you, be sure to subscribe, rate, and review us, because that helps us with placement on those respective stores.
About 2 weeks ago, we had a hiccup.
We did. We apologize for that. We were trying a new service, basically to get us on Spotify.
We're trying a new service called Anchor, and screw Anchor.
Yeah.
Because they don't tell you that it takes you off. It takes you off of all other platforms while they try to re-put you on the platforms. Yeah. That's dumb.
So we're looking for ways to expand the podcast to more platforms, specifically Spotify. So that was that hiccup 2 weeks ago. The kinks all worked out, so we're back up on all the regular platforms. But that being said, we will still look into getting up on more platforms, particularly Spotify, because everybody asks about that.
Right.
But looking for podcasts on Spotify is stupid. Like, I hate their podcast search.
Podcasting services are stupid. Why are we still using things like iTunes? iTunes was never good.
It was the best version of a bad system.
Yes.
It was like a standard bearer.
It's all podcasts are a big ass MP3.
Yes.
That's all they are.
Yes.
And we have an RSS feed of it's just a feed of all different MP3s. You just gotta load up an MP3. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. What's so hard about that?
You gotta get approved. You gotta, you fit them, whatever.
When I listen to podcasts, back in the day when I listen, now I just listen to everything on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I just turn the screen off because I got YouTube Premium and it's amazing. When I used to listen to podcasts, I would just go to SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Easiest thing in the world. We're on SoundCloud.
Yes.
Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow on twitch.tv/WulffDen. I'll probably play Smash Brothers because I love the online. And I'm Captain Falcon, and I'm great, despite what everybody else says. See you later. Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, I screwed up.
I'm going to keep waiting.
I screwed up. Okay, goodbye.